I sleep, I see strange things.
Memories?
Not memories. New things. I see everything.
That is not everything.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, Apes Together Strong, as they are back once more on the big screen. Our powerful primates return for another adventure in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Set many generations after the revolution led by Caesar, apes are now the dominant species across the planet, with tribes and clans everywhere. Young Noah is a daring ape who finds himself on an epic quest to reclaim his clan after a rogue group of apes lay waste, all because of a human girl that may be able to unlock many secrets for both human and ape kind. When it was announced that a new kind of series of Planet of the Apes films were on their way, that they would be continuing on the story left by Andy Serkis's Caesar trilogy, but not directly, as this new series was going to be set many generations ahead in the future, I was cautiously optimistic. Rise, Dawn, and War were a near-perfect trilogy, with a tremendous lead performance from Andy Serkis, and some of the greatest visual effects that have ever graced cinema, so following it was always going to be a tall order. The reins have now been passed to Wes Ball, the director behind the Maze Runner films, a series that didn't always have the best scripts, but I always found them to be excellently directed by someone who knows how to pull off large-scale action, but driven by character. And thankfully, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes turned out fine. It does not tarnish the legacy that came before it and poses some intriguing possibilities for the future. For starters, the visual effects and performance capture continues to be mind-blowing. Not a single hair on any chimp's head is unconvincing. Textures, expressions. Perhaps alongside Avatar, this series has the most immersive visual effects in any film I've seen. And to top it all off, they stretch just how good these effects are by throwing all of the elements at the characters. There is an outstanding water chase sequence that I am dying to see behind the scenes footage of. Now, admittedly, no one comes close to bringing a character to life in the way that Andy Serkis did with Caesar. I contest that Caesar will go down in history as one of the most iconic characters in cinema ever. But that isn't to say that actors such as Owen, Teague, Kevin Durand, and Peter Macon do extraordinary work. Noah makes for a great new lead, endearing from the start, determined but trepidatious about the wider world he's now exploring. The arc his character embarks on, and where he ends up, presents very compelling possibilities for the sequels. Proximus Caesar is your antagonist for the film, with Kevin Durand turning in some of his best work. And I thought Proximus was a fascinating character, an ape with an affinity to learn about humans, but seemingly only learning about power and dominance. If only he had time to expand upon his understanding, because Proximus gets introduced considerably later in the film than expected. Freya Allan plays May, a human girl who acts largely as the film's MacGuffin. Allan plays the role well, but this is a case of the character possibly being more interesting on paper than on screen, as May harbours knowledge that shapes a mystery around her, and what I liked is that her intentions are not always as clear-cut as they might seem. But what I actually really appreciated in terms of the casting is that this film is not cluttered with A-list stars. So you fully immerse yourself into this world without ever being taken back because you recognize a familiar face. Now, Wes Ball, he takes his time with the world building too. This planet is not the same as we last saw it in War. In fact, it probably shares more in common in terms of visual aesthetics with the 1968 original. Noah's community is one of nature and connecting with birds. There's a warmth and a gentility that immediately brings you on the side of Team Noah. Ball's film is also deliberately paced. Some may argue that it is a little too slow for their liking, whilst others, myself included, enjoyed the gradual reintroduction to this world and time spent exploring who these characters are and where their place fits into this world, rather than having explosions and monkey fights fill up the screen. It doesn't quite have the same sense of scope and scale that the previous films had. There is a distinct lack of gravitas to the story being told. It is deeply consequential for the characters, but it feels somewhat insignificant to a larger picture. There's no doubt that a sequel will inevitably be on its way. I have questions, you'll have questions, we need answers. I will say though that there are maybe perhaps too many questions. Ball seems infatuated with laying the groundwork for the sequels to come, that the ending of the film felt somewhat rushed. In summary, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes falls slightly short of reaching the same heights as the previous trilogy, but director Wes Ball has given it a thumping good go. The characters are great additions, giving me no worries that they can't carry these new chapters comfortably on their shoulders. All of the actors are brilliant, and the visual effects simply doesn't put a single foot wrong. Maybe not as impactful as, say, Dawn or War were, but a strong addition and a solid summer blockbuster for audiences to go and check out. I'm going to give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes a 7.5 out of 10. Anyway, guys, those were my thoughts on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Let me know, have you seen the film yet? What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, my question to you, of the many films that are in this series now, I would like to know, what is your favorite Planet of the Apes movie? Are you a fond of the original 1960s, 70s films? Do you like the Tim Burton one? Or, like me, are you fond of the Circus Caesar trilogy? But that is all the time we have for today, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.